How many men will be destroyed by the love of a proud woman? Let's find out in this movie. The movie begins with a tribe of nomads, people with no permanent home. They keep moving from one place to another. Today they've arrived at a new spot to spend a few days there. On the other side, we meet Jiva, a man from another tribe. His tribe was known for stealing horses. One night, Jiva and his friends planned to steal horses from a royal stable. When all the king's soldiers fell asleep, Jiva and his gang quietly sneaked in and stole several horses. The next morning, the king found out that his horses were stolen. Furious, he called an urgent meeting and ordered his men to capture the thief at any cost. Meanwhile, Jiva thought the danger was over. Feeling carefree, he and his friends began singing and celebrating with the stolen horses, unaware that the king's soldiers were already waiting for them ahead. When Jiva realized the danger, he tried to escape with his friends and the horses, but soon they were surrounded. The soldiers opened fire. Jiva's friends were killed instantly, but Jiva, though wounded, managed to flee. After running for hours, he reached a dense forest, weak and bleeding. There, he collapsed. In that same forest lived a nomadic girl named Maya. When she saw Jiva's injured body, she felt pity for him. She rushed to his side and used her magic to heal him. Maya could only heal wounds to some extent with her powers. After using her magic, she applied a herbal paste on his wounds and cast another spell. Slowly, Jiva regained his strength. Maya then asked him to close his eyes. As soon as he did, she disappeared. When Jiva opened his eyes, Maya was gone. He searched for her everywhere but couldn't find her. Eventually, he returned to his tribe. His people were poor, surviving mainly by stealing and selling horses. Jiva had a lover named Malizia, who was overjoyed to see him alive, but Jiva, having lost his friends, was deeply disturbed. Later, Jiva met his father and told him everything. How the soldiers had killed his companions and how they had no horses left to sell. Everyone in the tribe was saddened by his story and understood his pain. After giving away whatever little money he had left, Jiva went to meet another woman, Lizzie. She belonged to a royal family and secretly loved him. Jiva would often visit her whenever he returned from work. Today was no different. He was happy to see her again, but when Jiva tried to get close to Lizzie, the magic spell Maya had cast began to affect him. He suddenly felt uneasy and her memory flashed before his eyes. The next day, Jiva took Lizzie to the local market. They seemed happy together. The market was crowded, filled with traders buying and selling horses. Soon a fight broke out among the horse dealers. Jiva stood there watching the chaos, but he didn't enjoy the noisy crowd. Feeling uncomfortable, he quietly walked away. On the other side, Maya was roaming around the nearby town with her friends. Maya loves singing, so even today, she was singing as they wandered around. All the girls were walking and singing when suddenly a horse carriage sped right through them. The carriage could have seriously injured someone, so Maya angrily shouted at it. The carriage actually belonged to a rich man named Vince. At his command, the carriage was brought back, and this time it charged straight toward Maya. Seeing the speed of the carriage, Maya didn't flinch at all. Instead, the horses stopped on their own after seeing her. Vince was stunned by her fearlessness. He got down from the carriage, praised her courage, and apologized. Maya replied, "What if something had happened to me or my friends? Who would have taken responsibility? Don't make this mistake again, or you'll regret it." Vince was surprised by her bold attitude and wondered what kind of a girl she was. Anyway, Vince asked her, "What can I do for you?" Hearing that, Maya laughed. Vince then asked her name. After telling him, Maya also expressed her wish to drive the carriage. Vince quickly sent the driver away and invited the girls to hop in. Soon, Maya began driving the carriage herself. Vince sat beside her, clearly enjoying her company. Though it was Maya's first time driving a carriage, it didn't seem like it at all. She handled the reins like a pro, and the horses ran as if they were flying. Meanwhile, Jiva was preparing with his new companions to steal some horses. After taking his mother's blessing, he promised to return successful this time. The villagers sang songs to wish him luck as he set off. After traveling quite far, Jiva saw two horses grazing in a field. He told his friend that they would steal those horses. Jiva's friend put on a fur coat to scare away the dogs nearby. When they got close enough, Jiva fired a smoke bullet into the air, and soon the entire area filled with smoke. Taking advantage of the moment, Jiva and his friend escaped with the horses. However, this time Jiva had unknowingly stolen the king's horses. When the king found out, he immediately sent his soldiers to Jiva's tribe. The soldiers began destroying everything, demanding to know where Jiva was. Since no one revealed his whereabouts, the soldiers decided they would first kill the tribe's horses and then the people. The king's men even questioned Jiva's wife, but she refused refused to speak. Finally, when the soldiers realized no one would tell them anything, they aimed their weapons at the horses. Just as they were about to shoot, Jiva's father surrendered. To save the tribe, he agreed to tell them where Jiva was. Meanwhile, Jiva was hiding in the town, trying to escape the king's men. He had already learned that he had accidentally stolen the royal horses, and he and his companions had no idea what fate awaited them. Soon after, Jiva's father arrived, but he wasn't alone. The soldiers were with him. Jiva's father had done this to save their tribe. The soldiers quickly arrested Jiva. He allowed himself to be captured to protect his father and his people. Meanwhile, Vince had reached the nomadic tribe where Maya lived. He had come there to marry Maya. He also brought gifts for her, which made Maya happy. Vince asked Maya's father for her hand in marriage. He had fallen in love with Maya and wanted to marry her. Maya's father left the decision up to her. When Maya saw Vince, she mocked him in front of her tribe and refused to marry him because she wanted to marry within her own tribe. Seeing this, Vince felt deeply hurt and returned on his horse-drawn carriage. On the other hand, Jiwa was in jail. A priest tried to counsel him, saying he should seek forgiveness for his sins, but Jiwa refused because in his eyes, stealing horses wasn't a sin. The priest told him that he had stolen the king's horses, and if he asked the king for forgiveness, his punishment might be reduced. Still, Jiwa wouldn't admit he was guilty. The next morning, the nomadic tribe was moving again to a new place, as they never stayed in one place for long. Vince arrived again while the tribe was on the move. Seeing the tribe leave troubled him. Maya's father welcomed him, and when Vince asked, he explained that they couldn't stay in one place for long. Once again, Vince proposed marriage. He was willing to give everything he had to the tribe in exchange for marrying Maya, as he had truly fallen in love with her. Maya's father again left the decision to her, but Maya refused to marry him once more. This time, Maya was also angry at Vince and told him to stay away from her. Not listening to her, Vince concluded that Maya was extremely arrogant about her beauty and insulted her, but Maya remained unaffected. Finally, exhausted and heartbroken, Vince left. Meanwhile, the townspeople were happy because Jiwa's punishment was scheduled for that day. They believed that after Jiwa's death, they would no longer have to worry about their horses. Jiwa was brought to an open space where his punishment was to be carried out. His friend tried to plead for him, but the soldiers ignored her. Just as the man who was about to execute Jiwa sneezed, the soldiers got angry at him. Jiwa also tried to appeal to the soldiers to save him, but nothing worked. Eventually, he was taken to the place where his punishment was to be carried out, and they asked him for his last wish. At that moment, one of his companions came and helped him escape. The soldiers fired at them to stop them, and although Jiwa escaped, his companion was killed by the bullets. Jiwa's friend had saved his life, and Jiwa was now deeply saddened. To honor his friend's final wish, Jiwa buried him with full respect. After that, Jiwa continued on his journey and by nightfall reached the nomadic tribe. Seeing Jiwa again made Maya happy because she had liked him from the very beginning. The next morning, the nomadic tribe started moving again. Jiwa was with them as well because he wanted to escape the soldiers and go somewhere new. In the afternoon, when the tribe stopped to rest, Maya and Jiwa played a game together. After that, they moved to another place where there were ruins. Since no one was around, they started talking and in the process grew closer to each other. Soon they became so close that they bathed together in a nearby pond. Both of them fell in love. Maya spent the entire night with Jiwa and they stayed together, planning their next steps. Jiwa felt that Maya was now with him and he spoke to her about marriage, to which Maya agreed. Since it was late at night, they slept there. The next morning when Jiwa woke up, Maya was not beside him. An elderly woman from the tribe working nearby saw him and laughed. Jiwa watched her silently. The woman told him that Maya often disappeared like that because she could not belong to anyone. Jiwa asked her about Maya, and she explained that Maya had left with the tribe in the morning. Jiwa then asked why she didn't come along, and the woman said she had to collect some herbs but would join the tribe afterward. Jiwa inquired about the tribe's direction, and the woman told him. Unable to stay calm, Jiwa mounted his horse and rode toward the tribe in search of Maya. The woman said, "Go, son. What you seek may not come easily." Jiwa quickly reached his friends. He had decided to marry Maya, so he came to get ready. Once prepared, he headed toward the tribe to propose to Maya. Shortly after, he arrived at the nomadic camp. The tribe members were delighted to see him and welcomed him with dance and celebration. Jiwa threw his hat into the camp, which excited the children, and he offered drinks to everyone as he had come for a wedding. Everyone was happy, singing and celebrating, and from afar, Maya watched all this, pleased by Jiwa's arrival. However, Jiwa's father had no idea what he he was up to. He came over and asked what was going on. Jiwa explained that he wanted to marry Maya. Maya's father once again left the decision to her. Jiwa took Maya's hand and told her father, "I want to marry Maya because I truly love her." Maya was very happy, but everyone around laughed. Jiwa got angry and insisted that Maya had been with him last night. Hearing this, everyone was shocked, and Maya became angry as well. In her fury, she pushed Jiwa down. The tribe laughed again, seeing Jiwa fall. Maya initially mocked him, but then helped him get up. Jiwa then approached Maya's father and repeated that he loved Maya. This time, her father left the decision entirely to her. Jiwa explained to everyone, "You are all nomads, and so am I. Our enemy is the king, and I am ready to fight him." Everyone listened carefully, including Maya. But when Jiwa approached Maya to ask for her hand, the proud Maya rejected him. Hearing this, Jiwa got so angry that he attacked her. Maya, being proud, fought back fiercely. Because Maya only played with people, she didn't want to marry anyone. Seeing Maya being attacked, her father also joined in and attacked Jiwa. In the chaos, both Maya and Jiwa were killed. Maya's pride had cost her her life, and Jiwa's madness had led to his death. The tribe was left in grief. Maya's father cried, and the camp became engulfed in sorrow. This is how the story ends, in sadness. Thank you very much for watching our video.